Yeah, Lolly, that's such a great question because when I share this information with people, it's like they remember themselves. It's almost like you're not teaching somebody how to be, you're helping them understand how
Mm.
they already are. So viscerally, you're going to feel this at a very deep level because it's your wiring.
Welcome to our I Am Workshop Conversation Series, a transformative journey designed to inspire self discovery and ignite your creative spirit. Today's guest is Stacy Foust. Her leadership journey, combined with her mastery in human design, gene keys, and personal transformation, allows her to support others in aligning with their natural rhythm and reclaiming their power. Welcome, Stacy. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for
Welcome,
having me.
Stacy.
So my first question is, can you tell us about a pivotal moment in your life that transformed you into who you are today?
Mm. That is such a great question. And what comes to mind is actually two pivotal moments. One was about 10 years ago. My husband and I decided to move across the country to Phoenix, Arizona. And 4 months after we moved into our home, I was diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer. Not what I was anticipating at all. I thought I was going to move here and, you know, continue my business, grow my business, have fun, new adventure. And I found I was going to doctor's appointments, taking chemo, having
Mhm.
surgeries. And the interesting thing that happened in that time, this is before I even understood human design, is I really just kind of let it all go because my doctor is like, please don't Google this. Please just take,
Mm.
time to heal and rest. And I didn't know what else to do. And I was feeling a lot of anxiety with that, but I did honor that. And
Mhm.
it happens to be something that lines up with my human design, but I didn't know about human design at that point. So
Mhm.
I'll come back to that. Fast forward about 5 years, and I found myself going again, doing, kind of feeling a little bit like burnout.
Mhm.
And 2020 hit.
Okay.
And I thought
COVID.
this would last about 6 weeks, right? And then I just would start over or, keep going. And nope, it did not last 6 weeks. And my mom was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia at that time. And
Uh,
I just felt in my spirit that I am trying too hard. Something's got to give. And so I thought I would take some of this time and dive a little bit deeper into human design because I had just discovered it about a year earlier. And
mhm.
that changed everything. Because before not understanding human design, I kind of moved back into this misalignment. But now understanding human design, the alignment started to stick, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Those two things really were big wake up calls.
That's how you got into human design.
Yeah. And how did you find it?
I was watching a YouTube on Enneagram. So I've always been a student of
Okay.
all the modalities. And they just mentioned human design, and I felt this like shock go through my body, like, whoa, what's that? So I had to look it up immediately, and I thought, oh, no, that's
That's
not for me.
you.
Now,
Yeah,
there are
but
five different types, correct,
correct.
of
Yep.
human design. Can you explain, because a lot of people don't know about
Yeah.
human design, what is it? Is it, I know it's close to astrology.
Yes.
Mhm.
So it is based on your birth time, birth date, birth location. And when you think about it, it is all about energy. It also has a little bit of I Ching and Kabbalah
Mhm.
within it. It is not a religion, it is a belief system.
Mhm.
Or it's not even a belief system, it's this system that helps you identify your
Mhm.
strengths, your challenges, so many things.
And
Mhm.
personality, right?
Personality, design.
So
Mhm.
when you discovered this, what did you discover about yourself and how you were handling all of this
Oh my gosh, so many
pressures?
layers. Yeah. So going back to I am a manifester.
Uh-huh.
And so one of the biggest reasons I was so out of alignment is I'm not designed to go all the time as a generator is. I'm here to get these creative ideas and these creative bursts and launch things and start things. I'm not here to carry it out all the way. And so I was completely misaligned with my energy in that way. And I think
Mm-hmm.
the other biggest thing that I discovered is I am hope motivation. And with hope motivation, we're not here to get into the mix of things. We're not here to fix things. We're here to let it go. And forever and ever, I've always thought, I need to fix this. I need to figure this out. So I would effort and try and push things forward only to get stuck.
So you were like in a circle, like or going
100%.
around in
That
a
would be
wheel.
that would be totally how I would describe my life. It was totally a hamster on a hamster wheel. Yeah, all the time.
Because you weren't implementing what you knew, what you now know.
Yeah, what I now know.
And so you're a manifester.
I'm a manifester.
There's
Yes.
manifester, generator, and projectors
Yep.
and reflectors.
And reflectors.
Can you just go briefly over each one? Just yeah.
I would love to. So generators make up about 37% of the population. So you are the majority. And so Maclovia, did I say that right?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. You are really here to follow the things that light you up. And so you're really here to, like, if you find you're doing things and you're not lit up by it, that is really telling you something. Because when you follow what lights you up, you become an expert. Your projection is to do things over and over and over again to mastery.
Mhm.
And I was looking at your profile. You do have a line that is this rhythmic line. So you have this rhythm and it is your own rhythm, but other people tend to follow your rhythm because it's something that is innately in you and it's your energy. And so the way you move, other people really like to fall in line with how you move, if that makes sense.
You know,
Yeah.
if I'm not creating, I talked to Annie and Lolly about this. If I don't have a project, I get
Yeah.
sad. I
Yeah.
have a little bit of depression.
I mean,
And
can you imagine,
emptiness.
Stacy? Like 3 months ago, we had so many videos and interviews that with Lolly, we kind of decided, okay, let's take a break. And McLovey is like, no, we are filming once a week. So it's the three of us have done an excellent team. That's what we were seeing in your bio. You work with teams and you can work this with companies also, right?
Yes, that's my favorite part because we're all wired so differently.
Mhm.
When you
Uh-huh.
think about it, it's 10 to the 65. A 10 with 65 zeros after it. That's how
Uh-huh.
many different profiles there are in human design. And so
Mhm.
when Lolly works consistently, you guys, as manifesting generators, are really here to do all the things that light you up. You're not really here to follow one path. You're here to do as many things as you want to that light you up, because
Mhm.
in doing that, it brings you more energy.
Mhm.
So, and they don't even have to be work related. They can be, playing
Yeah.
pickleball or, going
Going
line
in the bike, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
biking
about-
or hiking or all the things.
It's about who you were born to be.
Exactly.
And then they have projectors and reflectors. Are they
Yes.
more rare?
Yes. So, by the way, manifesting generators are about 33%. So that
Okay.
makes it 70% right there.
Lol-
Lolly's a manifester or manifesting generator.
Manifester
Both.
generator.
So you guys are kind of the hybrid between the manifestors and the generators.
So the other two are more rare.
Yeah. So projectors make up about 20%. And they are kind of the newest kid on the block. They didn't even show up on our planet until 1781. And they're really designed to be the new leaders. They can really see people very deeply energetically, and they're really here to guide people's energies.
Hmm.
So they lead in a very different way than a generator or manifesting generator.
Well, are they
Well-
more like healers?
They can
Or
be
intuitives? Can they be?
a little bit of both,
Mhm,
depending
mhm.
on how their wiring is.
mhm.
So my husband is a projector and he's a handyman. So
Okay.
he has a lot of motors filled in. He has every motor that a projector could possibly have. So he has a lot more energy than the typical projector.
Mhm.
But he sees things very differently, and he
Mhm.
go in and know exactly what to do and really understands his clients very well because he understands energy pretty well. Intuitively fix anything.
You pull up this report and it tells you you're either one of these four things, right?
I
And
Mhm.
how do you apply it? You would come in and you would help guide us through. If you apply it correctly, then your whole life shifts because of the way that you
Yes.
think.
It's kind of like astrology, but in a different, more
Yes.
condensed, I would say.
More specific to
Mhm.
energy. So, yeah, Lolly, that's such a great question because when I share this information with people, it's like they remember themselves. It's almost like you're not teaching somebody how to be, you're helping them understand how
Mm.
they already are. So viscerally, you're going to feel this at a very deep level because it's your wiring. I remember making a manifesting generator. I make a lot of manifesting generators cry when I say, follow all the things that light you up. And they're like, oh my gosh, my mom or my sister would always tell me, can't you just be happy with this? No,
Right.
you can't.
We
It's
do everything, and they bother me. I mean, that people tease me. It's like you're always doing something different, either on the bike, doing this, doing consulting, and I'm like you. I mean, I had breast cancer also, so
yeah.
I'm connecting there. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
But I
Well,
was telling Lolly about the
yeah.
definition, and she was buying an iced tea, and she always buys an iced tea, and it said they get thirsty.
I with hot and cold, I'm very sensitive.
Yes, you
So
are.
She's hot. It says hot.
Yes.
Digestion hot.
So actually, it's best for you to eat spicy foods and drink hot liquids. Good cup of coffee in the morning, a good cup of hot tea in the morning gets your digestion going before you eat.
uh,
So really healthy for you. Yeah, I know it's
and when do you start seeing the changes?
pretty much, pretty much right away. If you stick to that type of eating, you're one of the types that it helps your digestive health, but also weight. Like you guys can lose weight very quickly
Mhm.
when you start to align with how you eat. So yeah,
Oh,
it's
Yeah, I mean, so whether you follow the diet according to your
hmm
design,
hmm
right? Everything will flow, basically.
everything flows. And it's so multi-level. Going back to your question before, when
Mhm.
I first come in and work with teams, it's I usually start with their type because with each type there's a strategy.
mm-hmm.
And I was so out of alignment with my strategy. I'm here to rest about 80% of the time. And
Uh,
in resting, that's when I get these downloads, these drops, these ideas. And then I can implement really fast.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't resting ever. And so
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't getting any great ideas. And I was working against my energy. So we talk about that. And then authority. Authority is how we are designed to make decisions.
uh-huh.
That changes everything.
And
When
how
you,
do you know which has more authority or less authority? Because I work with the Birkman method, but it's completely different. But I
Mhm.
noticed when I took the test, the human design, you can say something, not exactly, but if somebody's more authoritarian than the other one, depending on the energy type.
So authority is a little bit different in human design. Authority
Mhm.
is your authority, how you make decisions. That's what
Mhm.
authority means.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's 7 different ways that we are wired. Mine is intuition. I'll get intuitive hits that say, do this, go there. And I think Maclovia, do
Sacral,
you?
it's sacral.
Yes, sacral.
I get
Uh-huh.
gut feelings all the
100%.
time.
And it's instantaneous. Like
Mhm.
it's like uh-huh or uh-uh.
It's like a barometer.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now, but it's your sort of it looks like a Buddha,
Yep.
and it
And the
has
back.
these different numbers,
Mhm.
degrees. I don't know what those are. Different numbers and different triangles and squares, and it's very, very, very deep. So all that, what is all that?
It's so much. So
We want to know right now.
so the centers are just like chakras,
Okay,
but in human
that's what
design,
it looks like.
yeah, in human design, there's 9 centers instead of 7. And so your center can be defined or undefined. If it's
Mhm.
defined, you own that energy. So because your sacral centers, all of you have your sacral center defined, you have your own energy, and your energy is very renewable. So when you're using your energy correctly, following the things that light you up, saying no to the things that your body tells you
Mhm.
no to, using up all your energy during the day before you go to bed. You're not designed to sleep regular 8 hours like the non-energy types. You're here to go and use up all your energy. Go to
Yeah.
bed tired because you'll get good sleep. You will bounce back up the next morning. And so you own your own energy. You're not picking up other people's. For me, I do not have that center filled in. And so when I'm around generators, I'm picking up and magnifying your energy times 10. And so
So,
I
so you're an empath also, right? Because
somewhat,
usually empaths have they get other people's energies easier than the rest.
it really just depends on which center you have undefined. And
Right.
Maclovia, for being a generator, you only have 2 centers defined. So you are picking up and magnifying a lot of energy from other people, which is helping you understand other people better. You maybe don't even know you're picking up that energy, but
I understand now. I used to be very judgy, because I could pick up. I'm like, oh no.
yeah, but when I'm around generators, I can go for hours. And then when I get away from your energy, I'm completely exhausted. So I'll go to a conference and I'll go for 3 days and I'll come home and I'm toast for 3 days.
Yeah.
But
They
that's
suck
just,
the life out of you.
yep.
So the way, I'm listening to you, and I think that it's like a method of operations for your own self.
Yes, it is your
Right?
MO.
I mean, people say we weren't born with a book, but actually this is the
It's your
MO.
blueprint.
It's your blueprint. Yeah.
Now, what have you seen with people? What are some examples you can share with us, if you can, about
It's
people?
wild.
The before and after.
Yeah. And it doesn't take much. It really doesn't. I have seen after one appointment, people change careers, people move across the country, write the book that they've been thinking about writing forever. Because once you come into alignment with who you are, all of the stuff you are not starts to fall away. And so you have a lot more energy, you have more clarity in making decisions and moving forward. I know I am a manifester. I'm here to make an impact. I'm a catalyst. And so I can say things in a way that kind of helps people see themselves a little bit more clearly. It's not me, it is human design, but it is part of my design, my energy that helps people pivot.
Can human design explain relationship compatibility? It
Yes.
can.
Yeah. And I would say for the most part, we can be compatible with pretty much anyone, but understanding how we're compatible makes a big difference. There's a couple different ways. Those energy centers are one of them. Another one is all those lines that you see on there. So if you have a line that is not connected on the other side, when somebody comes along that has that other side to your, what's called your hanging gate, it's almost like they complete you. They draw you in. So my husband completes a lot of my gates. So it's no surprise that we've been together for
This is
34
great.
years.
Yeah, you got lucky. How did
I
you?
did.
And you didn't, when you first, you didn't know this, but
Oh gosh.
then
No.
now you look at it and you're like, did you know that we complete our hanging gates?
Yeah.
That is so interesting.
It's very fun. Yes.
Another question. Do you work in companies with this?
I do. I do.
And how does that work? Like in team building?
So I just finished a leadership course that individuals can take. And now I'm moving forward into taking that into corporations for teams. I'm working with right now kind of small teams. The biggest team I'm working with is about 30 women. And so I'm going in, I mean, I can do a lot of different things. I can do retreats, I can do all of that, but I love going in and doing like a lunch and learn, or, every month come in and teach one more segment of
Like a workshop.
like a workshop. Yep.
Very, very interesting.
Well, and now have you built a community about this human design with your group of people? I mean, is there, do they exchange ideas? Has it grown?
Yes. Yes, it's been so fun because it's evolved, which is much what I do, is just evolve. And so it started just me, one-on-one with my friends and, going, is this thing real? And then going through all those numbers that you were talking about, Maclovia, the gene keys. So that is actually shadow work. So we came here with certain shadows, and out of the shadows come the gifts. Our greatest gifts come through our shadows. And so there are 64 different gates, and we have several of them activated. And so I'll go through each one, 12 session. And then after that, people are like, but I want more. And so I created our hub community and a couple times a month for lives. And I love exploring. So another piece of my human design, it's called my sense of uncertainty. I love throwing out ideas and talking about it and learning together. So it's not me teaching, it's all of us learning
Well, it becomes a living thing,
living,
right?
breathing,
Yeah. And it's a whole community that is discovering.
Yep.
And I think that, helps society in such a big way.
Yeah.
Because most problems are because we don't know ourselves.
Yeah.
When you see someone, do you know what their type is?
Not usually from seeing, but when somebody gets up and speaks, my
Well,
mind automatically goes,
yes.
Yeah.
When you can narrow it down to which of the five.
Yeah, and
types.
especially if you're an empath, you can feel the energy. I mean, you feel it. Yeah, that's really interesting. Can you tell us a little bit about the shadow? Because we work a lot in the shadow. How, for example, when we hit rock bottom, I mean, we've had a lot of interviews of the transformational story, and it's there where the real shadow comes out. How do you work with it?
So there's a practice for each one of the 64 gates to move from your shadow to your gift. So I'll give you an example of my life's work is the 57. And the 57 is the shadow of unease and the gift of intuition. And so my entire life, I could tell you, I felt uneasy, like the other shoe's going to drop, something's going to happen. I could feel it, all this like underlying anxiety. And the practice for that one is to tap into your intuition. So one of the things that I teach anybody who has the 57 is stop, take 3 deep breaths, calm your brain waves down, and just come into the present moment and ask yourself, like, how are you feeling right now? What are you safe? What is going on? And just that simple reset brings me back into my intuition, and my intuition will let me know, either why I'm feeling this. Sometimes there's no reason. I'm just picking up other people's energy, but my
Mhm.
intuition will let me know in that.
Especially when you're with very negative people, sometimes it happens to me that you start not to feel good or kind of nauseous. It means that you picked something up,
Yes.
right? Or you
Yes.
feel it in your nervous system.
Yep. You can pick up energy and you have no idea who just gave you that. Yeah. You can
It
absolutely.
kind of rubs off on you.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I
And
had an experience and I walked with a friend. We took 3 steps back. We didn't like the we got scared and we moved back, you know.
Right.
So if you look at my chart, is the shadow?
Can I talk a little bit about Maria's first?
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And then, so Maria, you have the 36, gate 36, which is this amazing gate that comes out of your emotional center. And with this gate, it is the shadow of turbulence, the gift of humanity. And so your shadow is that you will experience turbulence in your life. And that turbulence is not your life. It is to help you move into your gift. And your gift is called humanity, and it is to be able to hold space for humanity as they go through turbulence. Can you feel that as your life's work?
I have. I do it through my artwork and through this podcast in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. I can
You
see
know,
that. You also have a really great line next to that one, the 1222. I know you speak through your art, but this one is your emotional center connected to your throat center. You have the ability to speak in such a way that people will laugh and they'll cry and they'll have an emotional experience just from you speaking. True?
She tells
Yes.
great
she makes us
stories.
cry all the time. Don't worry.
She's a great storyteller.
It's very much a storyteller line.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good at telling stories.
Yeah.
So, for example, let's say I didn't know this. How would, a person be guided through this? I guess the advice would be write more, do more art. What would it?
Mm-hmm. You have this amazing ability to speak from your emotional center. And so practicing in small groups, you're going to be surprised at how people listen to you and how they hear you. You probably only need bullet points for your stories just to stay on track, but you have this amazing gift to give the world. And when you've got humanity as your life's work, you're really here to tell stories to get people through the tough times. We need you like now.
Wow.
And this is it. I Am Conversations.
You're right on point.
Right on point. And the way she tells the stories are amazing. Yeah.
And I didn't think I was a good storyteller. I just thought it
You are.
was. Thank
It
you.
is half on your conscious side and half on your unconscious side. So the gate coming out of your emotional center is conscious. So you can feel grace, but the 12 actually comes from your unconscious side. So that's the storyteller not thinking you tell great stories. It's on your unconscious side, but other people see it in you. So you have it. You may not recognize it, but just start.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. That was amazing.
You're
I'm
welcome.
hooked now. I want to be in your group.
That's sweet. I love that. Maclovia, I'm going to look yours up really, really quick because on the top, you have the life's work of the 46, which is the embodied. It's the shadow of seriousness, the gift of delight. So this one is very much connected to an embodied experience when the shadow of seriousness can be what's called, like a wound of seriousness that's born from disconnecting from your body. So you're really here to have a full-on in your body experience. You probably like to move your body, you like to get out and feel. It's really important for you to feel all the feels. In the shadow, it can be like frivolous or frigid. But in the gift of delight is when you allow yourself to fully embody and enjoy every part of your body, movement, all the things. So
I walk barefoot all the time
yeah.
outside.
Yep. Getting into nature, huge for you.
Yeah,
Let me
at the
look.
beach. Yeah.
What's that?
No, that she has
I
the
go to
beach
the
and you
beach
will
all the time
barefoot. Yeah,
and
she
walk.
lives right by the beach in California.
Nice. So for you, a great practice is like yoga, breath work, somatic movement, as much as you can get into your body and the rhythm. So again, what keeps you healthy, your radiance is the 15, and it's all about getting into this natural rhythm with your body.
I do yoga.
Mm-hmm.
And I love walking.
Yeah.
Because I can see everything.
Yeah.
And that just says, what works for me doesn't work for Maclovia, for example.
And I think I'm more like you, Stacy. I think we have the same, right?
Do you
Is
have
she a manifesting generator?
She is a manifestor generator.
Yep. So you are also the hybrid between a manifestor and a generator.
And between the two of them.
Mm-hmm. So when you're a manifesting generator, you're here to get these creative bursts as well, like a manifestor. But you're doing it from response, not initiation, meaning you hear something and you're like, "Ooh, I want to do that." So you're responding to your environment or your a conversation, a podcast that you listen to.
Yeah.
You're responding in that way, but you'll respond, and when it lights you up, you move fast. You switch directions very, very quickly. And the generator is that sustainable energy to go, go, go and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I go
100%.
I go sometimes too fast. They have to, especially under stress.
But I was going to ask, is there a mistake? What's the biggest mistake people make when they learn their design? Is there a mistake?
That is a really great question.
Yeah.
No, if you can really make mistakes, it's all
or not believe it.
A learning process. I've only had one, and I've done hundreds, if not thousands of these that, didn't believe after having a conversation with me. Even the most skeptical will go, "Oh my gosh,
yeah,
you've been reading my mail."
What did your husband say when you started this? Was he a believer? How did that conversation
He's not as passionate about it as I am. I'm very passionate about it. So at first he was like, "Okay, whatever," because he just kind of lets me do my thing because I am a manifester, which is very smart of him. But yeah, the more we talk about it, the more it really does make sense for him. But he's not as passionate as I am.
Yeah, I mean, because it's easy to find like-minded people.
Yes, it's
right.
very easy to find. Yep.
Right. And the thing is, how do you explain to people who don't think that this is, real? I mean, they're missing out because I just realized it's an MOP.
Yeah, it's not everybody's ready for it, and that's okay. I'm just kind of, as a manifestor, I have to kind of like go and do what I do, and those that want to come along with me will, and those that don't won't, and it's okay because everybody's ready in their own timing.
Does this explain why certain people feel drained around other people?
Oh, yes. 1,000% yes.
Good question. I mean, yeah, that's
some people, they feel drained, well, they call them energy vampires, but go ahead.
You want to know the biggest reason for that?
Sure.
So when we have a center filled in, we own that energy, and that energy is being sent out. But when we're out of alignment with a defined center, we tend to think we need to force that energy out or project that energy out, and we do not need to, because it's just too much for people. So I have my heart center filled in. It's the center for willpower and belief in yourself, willpower, worthiness. And because I have that filled in, I don't need to oversell, over-explain, or send my willpower out to control. It already does that for me. So when I do that, people run away because it's exhausting for them, because they don't need my extra force of willpower. They already feel it from me.
Would that explain the lack of authenticity? Like people that are not authentic try to control too much or be somebody that they're not?
It shows you exactly where you are out of alignment, inauthentic, and when you are in alignment, authentic.
Does that have to do about manifestation? Do you know any of that? Because it has to do with the energy.
It has a lot to do with our throat chakra. So when our throat chakra is filled in, and 70% of us have that filled in, that means that we manifest a little bit faster. So we have to be very careful with what we say and talk about. So if we're complaining, we're going to manifest, things we don't want very quickly. And when we talk about, what we're grateful for and all of that, that manifests that a lot faster. For those of you, and I'm looking at yours, Maclovia, that do not have yours filled in, doesn't mean you can't manifest. You really do want to use your words to manifest. But it is easier for those that have it undefined to put their dreams on the back burner for other people's dreams first. And so I'm always of the thought, your dreams are important. They're your dreams for a reason. And so manifesting those dreams, speaking it out into the world, vitally important. You're really here to speak for the collective, Maclovia. Yeah. When you have an undefined throat center, you're here for the collective. You can sense what needs to be said by being in the energy of a room.
I do that with Annie all the time. No. Annie, it's funny because Annie came to visit me and she slept
the whole weekend.
the whole weekend. And she says, I don't know what it is.
I think she put something on my food, but I just
no, you didn't eat.
You came here to
no, it's her human design. She had to sleep.
Like maybe I don't know. I was like,
yeah.
No, it was a very peaceful place. Like I needed peace. And as soon as I got to Maclovia's house, it was like so peaceful. I just slept the whole weekend. And I'm not a sleeper. I mean, I'm very active.
When people are in a company and they get the human design,
I see teams rise up. Absolutely. It is so interesting when they start to understand each other and why the other person does what they do. There's no more judgment anymore. And so there's a lot more camaraderie. There's a lot more. My whole passion about leadership is we have been living in this hierarchy leadership where the leader is the leader and everybody goes to the leader, but that is not sustainable. What's sustainable is hierarchy leadership where everybody is in their strengths. And when everybody's in their strengths, it runs like a well-oiled machine. And that is what I'm passionate about.
Yes. And that is so important. It's kind of like us, like the way we work. We just know what we're supposed to do.
Yep.
Sorry, Maclovia.
Go ahead.
I love looking at your whole history, right? Because through trauma, before you encounter this, your life was completely different. And until you went through your cancer, right? It was your wake-up call. And just by this little action of watching this video that, turned on the light within you, it changed your life. And now you're changing so many people's lives with this passion that you've encountered. It's amazing. It's a ripple effect.
Thank you.
And the
Yeah.
Cancer, yes, because we interviewed Sue London, who also had cancer. She does healing for pets and communication, pet communication.
I saw her.
Yeah, she's great. She's wonderful. So the Cancer, she had, I think, stage 4
Yeah,
cancer.
Ovarian cancer. She still had it, I think. She was under remission for a while.
Yeah. But it seems to be the Cancer is your wake up call.
Yeah.
It is, because you can't go on living the way you've been living. Or
yeah. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
And this
Yes.
could possibly prevent cancer.
And it would be really incredible if, we could do something together, because I think it's so valuable.
It is valuable. It's life-changing.
Yeah, it is. And we're here in this earth for such a short period of time that living without knowing would be such a shame.
If you have to give a message to our audience or to humanity, what would that be?
That life can be so much easier when we're in alignment. I mean, relationships can be easier. Our health journey can be easier. How we lead can be easier. How we parent can be easier. So many things, because it makes all the difference in the world and how we move through the world.
Thank you
so much. It was amazing to meet you. Just talking to you, it was life-changing. I will reread my report.
Okay.
All right.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.